Welcome back to Mitza Creek Farm. Today is Thursday, April 25th, and 1 week from tomorrow morning, we start our plant sale, and I will be honest, I am really nervous. Our tomatoes are looking awesome. These are more dwarf varieties over here, and look how good they are all looking. These are all 4 and 4.5 inch pots. I ran out of the 4-inch, so some are in 4.5. And we have more over here. These are my petunias. Under here I have hostas. I have plants everywhere. I have nasturtium. That is extra flat of tomatoes that ended up kind of getting fried while we were on our trip. We have some peppers in here still, or back in here. And then some herbs, more tomatoes. Right now I'm in this stage of, do I have enough? Do I have too much? I have no clue. And I'm seeing people's responses on Facebook, and I see how many people are coming, and I panic that we're not having enough. And then I'm planting seeds, and I don't have enough pots anymore. And I worry that I'm going to have 50 watermelon plants when this is all left over, and I don't need 50 watermelon plants. So I'm just kind of like in this panic mode right now. Today I spent the day with the lambs, which you saw in the last video, and down here planting more seeds. So these are all flats of seeds that need to germinate. I'm really nervous about these flats because this is my normal time for starting these. And our plant sale is 2 weeks earlier than it normally is because of Lily's graduation. So I am not quite sure. I'm really hoping that they germinate and that they do well. I have them sitting in front of the heater in here. But I'll be honest, I am really, really nervous. This weekend, we're all hands on deck for getting the high tunnel set up with all of these up there, and then I can start getting a little bit more organized. But it feels like because I'm contained for the most part in here, it's getting really tight. And I saw a mouse in here yesterday, so I'm nervous that the mice are gonna start eating all of the things I just planted. And so yeah, I have some things I'm gonna do differently next year. The big thing is I need to, if I'm gonna keep doing this plant sale, I need to get heat in the high tunnel, so then that way I'm not having these all bouncing back and forth, and I have a little bit more reliable of a heat source. You can see here, I think these are celosia, I believe, and I believe that the little mouse was eating these guys. So that is hard and that is frustrating, and I think that that's why none of these are in there. This is calendula, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Do mice like calendula? I have no clue. But yeah, that's so before I go up for the night, I'm gonna try to cover everything that has seeds and little tiny seedling sprouts in them. I moved probably a dozen 1204 trays up to the high tunnel today, and they have things like marigolds and zinnias, and I have no clue what else. Just a lot of like annual flowers that I started. They're just popping up, so I don't even know if I'll be able to sell those because they're not going to be big enough, but we'll see. Maybe they will. It just is, I'm really struggling with this being earlier than normal and the lack of space and trying to grow and having the lack of space. But the peppers and the tomatoes, which are the big important things, are looking well. And I just got to make sure I have everything squared away for all of my pre-orders. And then once that is done, which I can make sure this weekend everything is good, then we should be smooth sailing from here on out, hopefully. These bell peppers are looking awesome. I'm really happy with them. Mouse traps right there, and I saw it right over here. So we're just gonna try that. See, look at my cosmos. These are for Beck's flower bed. And then my peas are starting to shoot up, so these peas will have tomato cages on them to crawl up. While we were gone, it was really, really cold and overcast. So even though things grew quite a bit, it isn't as much as I wanted. And we are going to have, it's been really beautiful the last couple of days, but it's going to be rainy for a couple more and then it gets warm again. So I'm really hoping that these guys are looking really good for next weekend. And, you know, I can only do what I can do. I'm doing my best. And all of this is started from seed. So that's pretty impressive. Next year, I might end up buying some plugs of some of the flowers and stuff just to simplify things. And then that way I don't need to start all these seeds in my house. And look at these lettuce bowls. This one I think is pretty, it got put under something, so it's kind of behind, but they are looking good. I have another one down here. This one's looking awesome. They are looking great. So this is something new I am trying, and I think I'm going to start a couple more. Part of the problem is I just have way too much going on right now. We're lambing, we're calving, that takes a lot of time. And Beck is in track, so that takes a lot of time. Sid just got home from college and she's starting her business, and Lily is a senior in high school and she is graduating in 3 weeks. So I feel like I am going in every which direction, and so this the last week has kind of taken the back burner, which is really hard, but I have to sleep sometime and I am burning both ends of the candle, and so I need to sleep. I really need to sleep. So I'm hoping that these guys all germinate. Putting them in front of this heater. I'm going to put something on top of there, but this should help kind of speed things along because it'll help hold heat in the soil. And so I'm going to leave those there for a couple of days, and hopefully in a couple of days we shall see if we have some things germinating here. I'm really hoping. I might need to bring the heat mat down, but I don't exactly want to do that in here. My basil's all looking pretty good. I'm hoping that it'll be really big in the next week. They're looking great. Man, look at these tomato plants. Aren't those looking awesome? So that is a quick planting update. I know that lambs and calves have taken over our channel in the last few videos. Things are coming along really nicely in here. I just am really overwhelmed and I'm bouncing between I don't have enough and I have way too much. What am I going to do with all this if it doesn't sell? So it just is a mind game. Right now, part of me is like, I don't want to do this next year. I'm just way too tired. But I really do love doing this. I love doing this plant sale. I wanted to expand more into perennials and annual flowers, but I'm thinking maybe I just found a good niche in my tomatoes and peppers and some fun varieties and unique varieties that people usually don't see anywhere. So maybe I'll just stick with this. We'll see how the plant sale goes, and then I can make some more decisions based off of that, and we shall see. That is it for today's video. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time.